Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this tarot read. We'll see what the cards have in store for us today. I'll let you guys know too, this is going to be for all the zodiac signs. It's a general read, so it may or may not resonate with you. Also, we are going to draw an energy card at the end of this read. And I want to remind you guys too that it is Friday. So if you're a watcher of Frankie's Just Tarot, that means that it's Freaky Friday. So at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, she's going to be doing a live paranormal discussion. I always make sure that I'm there, so please join me because I love Freaky Fridays, guys. Alrighty, let's see what the cards have. Okay, I have this distinct impression. It's like a wave of regret hits me. This is what somebody's feeling. Somebody is going through a darker time right now. I do feel like this is directly connected to the regret that they're feeling. It's like something occurred in their life that sort of put them in a bad spot. And it might be entirely based on a choice that they made. But I feel like this has now become a time of reflection. This has now become a time of sort of reflecting on choices from the past, on behavior from the past. And I have this deep sense of like regret, especially in this moon maiden. This is like consumed by these emotions. It's like consumed by these thoughts. I feel like I wish I could go back and change things. Like somebody really wishes this is something they could do. 4 + 1 = 5, and 5 in numerology represents change. I do feel like this time in this person's life, this is like a changing time for whoever this is. This person is finding some sort of a clarity. I don't know that they ever found before, but like I said, it's directly caused by going through a rough time. It's like it's a time to tidy house. It's time to clean house. It's time to sort of look at all that emotional baggage and start unpacking and doing shadow work. Caterpillar opportunity. I get a very positive feeling off of this caterpillar card, opportunity. I don't know that this is connected to this person's current situation. I almost feel a past vibe from this caterpillar. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That makes a lot of sense now. Whatever they are feeling regret about from the past, they're seeing that it was a situation that could have brought them a lot of happiness. It's like a light is being shed on it. And double fives too, right? Like change. We're starting to see this change. We're like really being able to find clarity in a situation that they couldn't find clarity in at the time, like when they were in the moment. And I feel for a good chunk of time afterwards, until whatever this thing is that happened in their life that brought them to a point that's not very fun, that really caused them to look in the mirror and look at what they've been doing. Like whatever this thing was in the past that they were a part of, and this might be a romantic relationship, like it had so much potential to make them happy. It had so much potential to bring them tons of abundance and happiness and feed their soul. And there was like something that they did, and I do feel like it's something that they did that caused it to come to an end, and they're actually realizing that now. Okay, I think this was a romantic relationship. I do believe this person cheated. I do believe they cheated, that they were sort of looking in a different direction instead of realizing what they had. They had like an opportunity to build, an opportunity for stability. 4 represents that stability in that building. And it's like they weren't able to see how good they had it. So they started wandering, the eye was wandering, looking in other places, thinking they were going to find something better. And I just know, however it came about, that all went to shit, because now they're looking back at that stability from the past and they're like wishing they could have a do-over. They're wishing they could go back. They're wishing they could, like I said, do it again. They would do things differently. They would definitely do things differently. They were led astray. I don't even want to say it like they were led astray by a stranger, because this person did make their choices. They were the one who chose to have the wandering eye. They were the one who chose to get involved with somebody else and break their commitment to the person that they were with. And it was like just to feed their own joy, to feed their own ego, they were doing this instead of recognizing what they had. And they see it now. I feel like this person sees it now. They realize that they let go of something that was absolutely beautiful. They might have even broken up a home for this will-o'-the-wisp. There's something that wound up being nothing. And I do see it in this stranger, in this curiosity card. This is like This was just to feed their ego, and it was like a fly-by-night thing. It didn't last long. It didn't mean anything. And then I feel like left with nothing now. But again, it's like because of their choices. And this person is recognizing it. They're recognizing that sort of like they made their own bed. They made their own karma. You know, they're sort of laying in it, and there's this deep regret, and they wish they could tell someone they're sorry. I deeply feel like that. Like they wish they could get in contact with whoever they wronged, whoever they cheated on, and try to find a way to make amends. You know what? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Even whoever this person was who came into their life, and you can call them a karmic, because this person actually taught them a lesson. It came with a whole lot of heartache, but this person's actually learning the lesson that you need to sort of look at what you have and appreciate what you have, instead of wandering and looking everywhere else for something that's just going to feed your ego. Because it can destroy stability. It can destroy something that would have been extremely abundant. We're going to grab some tarot here and just clarify this. I got a bunch of cards that want to pop forward. Holy cow, we got just about half the deck here. This is really wanting to speak to somebody here. Yeah, they were definitely led astray by a lover. Like, instead of focusing on the relationship that they had and choosing to be faithful to somebody, it's like they chose to go somewhere else. They chose to look in a different direction to feed their ego. To make them feel like a personal wealth, to make them feel attractive, to make them feel successful. It's like they treated who they had like they were nothing. They treated that person kind of like they were an option. And just looking elsewhere. And like the person who they were with, I can feel it in the cards, especially with that second line that came forward. That was somebody who was loyal and somebody who was honest, somebody whose heart was like 100% into this, and somebody who wanted to build a life with them. And they just went for like this fly-by-night stranger, this like woodwife adaptability, this will-o'-the-wisp, this somebody who just wanted a fling and then just fucked off and left them. And it's like now they have nothing. Now this person has nothing. And they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves. They gave up this abundance, what could have been a cycle of abundance, for a cycle of loss. This person is now going through a cycle of going without in relationships, with love. I do feel like they're having to go through a time now where they're like almost nurturing themselves, nurturing their heart. It's like that shadow work, sort of diving into the emotional side of things now and being able to look at, okay, why did I destroy what could have been a good relationship? Why do I do this? I just keep feeling like the what ifs, you know, what could it have been if I stayed behind? And the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I wish I would have done this, and I wish I would have done that. And if I just could have tried harder or appreciated who I was with. This is a time for this person to dig into their shit, to find their own balance. This isn't about any other secondary energy coming along to fix them. This is this person's time in their life to do their shadow work and figure their shit out. But it's going to be a challenge for them to not get stuck in this 5 of Cups and feeling sorry for themselves. They need to sort through all those thoughts, sort through all those feelings. Why do I just follow my passions? You know, why can't I recognize the richness that I have around me? Why am I always trying to move on to the next thing instead of appreciating where I'm at? 10 of Swords. You know, and it is like this third-party relationship that they moved to, that they took up, coming to an end, was like the best thing that could happen to this person, because this was this person's wake-up call. This is what made this person sort of realize what they had lost. Like, they had abundance. They had a partner who was generous, who was kind, who was giving, who was nurturing. And it's like they gave that up for nothing. Just for nothing. This world card, they brought their own world sort of like, I don't want to say to an end, but to a really crappy spot where it could have been extremely abundant. It could have been extremely wealthy, like that personal wealth, you know, spiritual, mental, emotional. They could have had a deep connection. They could have had a deep relationship. Death card. I also feel like this person's living situation is up in the air too. Like there's a lot of change. This isn't just a breakup that triggered this person to think. That was like the beginning of it. I feel like there's housing is up in the air where this person is living. I feel like their financial situation is not stable as well, which contributes to their housing situation not being stable. They're just going through a time of shit. They are. This is like that Ace of Cups, but kind of like in reverse almost, right? They're going through a cycle of crap. And that's what's forcing them to look in the mirror and look at themselves, is also what's forcing them to look back to the past and to feel that regret and realize that they had something stable and they could have built a happy life. And they gave it up for, like I said, for some wood wife, for some stranger, for some nothing. They gave up balance. They gave up somebody who was honest, somebody who was true. I feel like they're starting to see the light. They're starting to find that clarity and recognizing sort of what they've done. I also see that they see who they walked away from is healing and building wealth and success in their life. So that person is healing their heart, their mind, their soul. They're moving on, they're moving forward. And on some level, this person knows, I don't know if they've been looking at them through social media posts or if they know mutual people that they've sort of been going through, or they still frequent the same spots or still have contact in some way. But they know that their ex, who they cheated on and left, is actually moving on to abundance. They're finding happiness and they're finding healing in their life. And I think on some level, like, I know they want to reach out and apologize. I know they wish they could have a redo of the past. I think they think that whoever this is wants nothing to do with them and has moved forward. I don't know that they will ever actually reach out and apologize. I know they're going through all of this in their mind, in their heart right now. But I don't know that that's going to transfer over into something that they're willing to communicate and sort of like be vulnerable. Because this person's in a pretty broken spot right now. So I have this vibe that, like, afraid of being even more vulnerable and taking even more of a hit than what they've taken. And I'm not feeling sorry for this person. I'm telling you guys, like, they made their own bed. They have to lay in it. That's part of the karma, right? Whatever we put out into the world, into the universe, that's what we're going to get back. And that's exactly what happened to this person. They created their own burdens by turning away from somebody who cared deeply for them, by doing something extremely hurtful to that person, and sort of moving on to something superficial, something that didn't have any kind of staying power and couldn't give them a deeper connection. Let's see. You know, I think in the long run, from what I see in these cards, this will benefit this person. Like, I see them wanting to build with somebody in the future. I know this won't ring true for all of you guys and sort of the people that you've had experiences with. I feel like whoever this is, though, I feel like this is a turning point for them, like a fork in the road, and starting to find some sort of a realization. And like getting burned, burning somebody else and then getting burned themselves. I feel like this was what they needed to be able to grow and evolve to the next step. Because this person was stuck in a lower vibrational way of being. And it's like every so often, when people get stuck like this, the universe sort of organizes things in a very uncomfortable way as an opportunity for somebody to learn and somebody to grow. Not everybody takes advantage of this. Some people just sit and stew in that lower vibrational thing, and they just keep hurting other people. They keep sabotaging themselves and sort of just stay stuck. I feel like this person is actually taking advantage of this situation and trying to figure their shit out. 3 of Swords. Yeah. They have a lot of healing to do. They have a lot of shadow work to do. A lot of figuring out. I do see a solitary journey forward. I see there's a want to, like I said, there's a want to apologize. There's a want to sort of like make things right. There's a recognition of how they screwed up in the past. And this person is sorry. This person is sorry. This person is regretful. And I think they're going to be thinking about the past for a very long time. And that's why it's coming forward in the cards, because they are extremely focused on whoever this caterpillar person is from their past. And it's like, they really want to apologize to whoever this person is. They would love to apologize. They would love to have a do-over. I don't feel the inner strength for this person to actually step up and do it, though. I really don't. I feel like they are not there on their journey, and I don't know that they ever will be. But it's like it's so focused on their mind right now that that's why it's coming through in the cards. And the Nine of Swords, because that's right. They're like focused. They're like obsessed with this. The coulda, shoulda, woulda. I wish I could make it right. I would like to apologize. We get a couple more cards pop out here. Yeah. It's like they just wanted to go out and have fun. They just wanted to feed their ego. And whatever you put out into the world is what you get back. That Judgment card is like karma to me. This is this person's karma. But like I said, they're taking the opportunity given by the universe to learn from it. And like this person's regretting. They are regretting all that partying. They're regretting just feeding their ego. They're regretting making such a stupid choice and hurting somebody who was so solid and someone they could have built so much happiness and so much abundance with. That King of Wands is a fire sign. So this person is most likely a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries, guys. And I feel like this very much represents them. It very much represents where they're at. This is like this deep regret at the action that they took in following a passion, in pursuing something that just felt good in the moment and hurting somebody else. We're gonna grab an energy card here. So tarot, give me an energy card. We had a few pop out. We're gonna grab the one from the top. So right action. Yeah, this is like this person's chance to do their shadow work. To figure their shit out so they don't relive this cycle over again. I also feel like there is some sort of an opportunity here for them to try and make things right, at least to the point of just apologizing. Like I said, I get a vibe that this person probably won't find the inner strength to do that because I also feel shame in what they did. But they get it. I feel like this person actually gets it now. They're starting to sort through their shadow work. It is a journey over time. This person is not an overnight sort of like brand new person, like overnight fix. This is a journey that they're going to walk over time. I see this for months, for at least months into their future. This is a long period forward that they're going to be going through in healing and figuring their shit out. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, please hit that like, that subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day, everyone.